Hello everybody and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. In the last episode, well I guess that would be the second episode. It was one session though, and we started the game pretty much. And this time I'm excited to get a little bit more into it. I think in this session, I won't say this episode because I'm trying to make them around an hour. I think we'll get more into like the game, like the big meat of it. So we're gonna start with a guild quest here. Ewan would teach you the meaning of courage. As you've returned, I take from your presence that you gained a measure of familiarity with your weapon. Good, you are ready to begin the next phase of your training. We're only level 8. I feel like when you get to 10, that's when stuff starts opening up a lot quicker to you. You will recall my telling you that it takes no small amount of courage to be a lancer. Now, in general terms, courage is the strength to do something which one finds unnerving. However, a lancer's notion of courage is not so simple. Having first drawn a distinction between courage and recklessness, he then divides the former into two aspects. I would have you learn each with spear in hand. Is this fate? Now we have aspects? The first is composure. When outnumbered in battle, the Lancer may lose his composure and succumb to panic. Should this happen, all of his training will swiftly flee his mind, and he will struggle to overcome the opponents which he would have ordinarily have bested with ease. He will, in short, contribute to his own defeat. If you wish to become a Lancer in sooth, you must learn to maintain your composure at all times. Do this and you'll be able to call upon every ons. That's one thing that I kept noticing as I played the game. Instead of saying ounce, they say ons. And I'm not sure if that's supposed to also be ounds. I don't know. Of your strength and skill when it matters most. And so your first task. The riverbanks of Central Shroud are home to vilekin known as Yarzons. We've fought them. Fiercely territorial, the creatures will attack anyone who strays too close, making them the bane of fisherfolk. They typically fall upon their prey en masse, barring all avenues of escape before closing in for the kill. What must go through the mind of their victim in that instant? Panic? Despair? Be sure to tell me upon your return. Needless to say, I would have you brave such an encounter. Take the sack of decidedly noisome bait and use it to lure the ever-ravenous creatures out of their nest. It may be that only one curious Yarzon appears, but what if 2 or 3 follow the scent? Let us see how you fare then. Go on now. Okay. So, yeah, now we have key items. It's basically items that you can't sell. You're always going to have them until you complete the quest that you started with them. Okay, so it just wants us to find some Yarzons, only 2 of them too. So that's interesting. Now here's a question. Do we have any more? Oh, we're in Old Gridania. Let's go ahead and swap back over to New, because I want to know if we have any more story quests at the current moment. Also, one other thing I wanted to explore. I kind of want to join a free company. Now I'm not sure if that's marked off until you're a certain level, but now that we do have that quest in our list, hold on, where? Butcher of the Green Tier. Okay, I can select that. Where would that be? Okay, we need to go back into Central Shroud to activate that. Wait, no. This is Gridania. That's Central Shroud. Yeah, we need to go back there to do that. I kind of want to check out with the Smith. I'm not sure if I can do this currently on my level, but it's worth a check. Greetings, I'm one of the Smiths, Stroker of Fires and Forger of Futures. As a dedicated member to the Adventurers Guild, I have been trusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see you have recently taken up the Adventurer's mantle. The possibilities stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are our champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow Smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the guild also enlists a cotter of veteran adventurers. Yeah, he's talking about the veteran adventurers stuff. Basically, anyone who begins their adventure has a little leaf next to their name. And there are seasons players known as mentors, and they will have the crown next to their head. And when a new adventurer and a mentor form a party, they both receive a bonus. That's interesting. Upon invitation by a mentor, new adventurers also gain access to the Novice Network, an exclusive chat channel where they can consult with mentors. Yeah, all that, but like, I don't care about it too much because I feel like this game's fairly self-explanatory. At least up to where I've played. So yeah, we can't actually currently do what I was wanting to do. Basically, I think once you get to level 10, he allows you to do a couple of... Oh, I'm in the wrong bar. He'll allow you to do a couple. Actually, I could just teleport. So this will be the first time showing this off. You'll see that it costs a little bit of money to teleport, and there's actually something I want to do before the next time we teleport. It's not too big of a deal to spend money, by the way. So eventually, once we hit level 10 or 15, I think, he'll allow us to do some missions that will actually get us some of the best armor you'll have for quite a while. Unless you specifically like search out really good armor, it's going to be the best you get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to register this as a favored destination, because that means that it's going to cost less to teleport here. And of course, the closer you are to a teleport, the less it costs. Once we start teleporting between like the main city-states, they're so far away from each other that it can cost up to like 600 money gil to do that. I keep pressing the wrong buttons for the map. So not only is our main quest out here, but it seems like our special quest is or our guild quest is actually fairly close to it. So I think we're going to go ahead and tackle that first. Of course, we're not going to be able to take on our next guild quest for a while, but this should be a good start. I think we have until like level 10 for the next guild quest. So what's this? This is the Enchanted Funguar. Seems like there's no one else out here, so I'm not going to bother. Yeah, I don't know the main oh, they're going to attack me because I'm already in the level range. I don't know when the main times that people are on are, because like people were saying like, yeah, it normally is that populated. So I don't know. Not sure about that. Foul-smelling bait. So I'm going to place this here, and that's going to attract a Yarzon, I'm guessing. Yeah, boy. Oh, level 5? That's nothing. I have to get real close to him. Oh boy. Also, someone was mentioning how we're vertically challenged. I find that funny for the fact that we're a Lancer, and being a Dragoon is going to be, you know, the least vertically challenged of like anywhere ever. Wait, whoa. Why are you here? You're not one of the... Oh, you are one of the quest ones. Okay. Interesting. I don't know why there were two, because I never placed this. And it's also odd. It seems to have given us 3 spots to put them, despite us only having 2 of them. Okay, so 2 of them came to this one at a time. They're not even fighting 2 at a time, is the funny thing. Alright, and then I'll just take you down. And boom. Yeah, I feel like as a... Okay, so that's it. As a early in the class, Lancer doesn't seem too exciting. It's kind of just you have... Well, you just have so few abilities. At this point, you would have fire, thunder, ice, the swap from fire to ice element little dot thing. And like, you really have nothing comparatively to that as a Lancer. That seems to be very skill-based, so it's a little boring. For now, of course. So what do you got for me? You got wristbands. Oh boy, let's do it. If you might spare the time, Sal, I would have you thin the numbers of hoglets. Okay, sounds like a basic thing to do. What do you want me to do? Looking for an adventure to deal with Parasite Funguar. Sure, that sounds pretty easy to take on, plus those rewards looked pretty good. Alright, so there should be some just chilling over here. Oh, it wants us to place traps again. Okay, I'm fine with that. Rapid fire these missions real quick. Where does that other one want us to go? Whoops. Parasite Funguar. Everything's so weak. Like, you could have amped the level up a little bit just so I could get some good experience from this, you know? Oh, it wants us to go way down there. Alright, well, we'll ignore that for now. And just mess with these decaying trees. It's also weird because, like, the distance I can attack things right now is less than the distance that I can interact with things. Like, I could stand a good amount away from that tree and still set the trap, but I wouldn't be in normal, like, fighting range of it, which just feels unnatural to me. Like, look at how far I can do this. Probably do it from, like, here. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to, like, attack from this distance, so it's just weird, you know? Like, Well, I guess I'm close enough to the Funguar, but that spot was farther. Interesting. Well, that should be it. It's also, like, I say that it feels weird compared to Mage, but being able to move while casting is so cool. Oh, high quality items. So basically they can be a little better than usual if they have that little icon next to it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not very complicated. I want... Now, why are those leather... No, they're less defense. I guess I have worse things on my hands. That's a +4 to defense. That increases our intelligence, which we don't really need, so I'm not interested in that. Oh, that got us a level up. Good stuff. Let's equip. Yeah, it's gonna want us to do that. Cool. Anything else for us? Slate 8 micro chews. Alright. So, where are the hoglets then? Were the hoglets down over here? Huh. Oh, the Lancers Guild one is report back, okay. I was just getting a little confused. Alright, where are these boys? Micro chews, you go down today. Oh, geez, it's 8 of them? Good lord. Got him. Wow, that took a while. I guess it's good experience. I should mention, notice the blue bar on my experience bar down there at the very bottom? I'm not sure if I ever even pointed out the experience bar. Yeah, it's down there. That blue experience basically means that I'm going to be gaining increased experience for all of that bar. So until I reach the end of that bar, I'm going to be getting extra, and that's because I logged off in a town. Wait, was that not it? Oh, it wants us to report outside. Okay, it's not very often that quests want you to end it different place than you started. So sometimes it's just weird. I'm just gonna stand on your table so I'm on your level. How's that sound? So we got a leather belt and a sash. Now here's the thing, we're not wearing any belt, so this is actually really good for us. So finally, gonna fill up that waist slot, making us a lot more powerful. Okay, now I'm gonna finally go down and I keep pressing the start button to bring up the map. I'm finally going to finish that. You are a big boy. 17? I was going to say, ooh, we could probably fight him for fun. I was thinking he'd be level 12. Nope. Definitely not. Although I did, those little enemies we fought for the last challenge, they were part of the... Oh, these hoglets. They were part of the hunting log, so at least we got part of that done. I should check to see what else we need to find here. I bet the hoglets would be part of it. Perhaps. Oh yeah, they are. You can see the little icon after we slay it. Okay, that's good. See, you'll naturally fill these hunting logs for the most part if you take on a lot of quests. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Need to fight 6 of these guys? Holy moly. You level 17? You are. Then I'm not gonna fight you. Just gonna keep fighting some hoglets. Yeah, this fighting I feel like can get a little one note. Nope, he has a area of effect. Not that he had a chance to pull it off. And there's our hunting log. Getting close to filling that thing up. I think we ought to be finishing the first page pretty soon now, if I were to guess. Although you wouldn't think all of the enemies would be in the center shroud. Usually they're spread between a few areas at least. Maybe northern shroud, since that seems to be a close area. I don't know. And one thing that I do like about Vorpal Thrust is its animation lasts long enough to where it's almost like the cooldown is almost done by the time you're done with the animation, so that's really nice. It doesn't actually change anything, but it feels better. Whereas the True Thrust is just one little animation, you know. So that finishes that up, and our goal is still at Gabino's Bower. I was going to say if it wants us to go back to the city, we could just return there, but doesn't look like it wants us to yet. We'll just keep on doing these main missions for now. I do promise that things are going to pick up once we get to like level 10, because then we're going to be able to do dungeons, which is really, like, so far it's my favorite part of this. What are you? Like, what is that? He's targeting Squish Jess for some reason. She's just chilling. Are you a red mage or you're an archer? I should mention, I don't think I've talked about this before. Some classes aren't available to you at the very beginning, like Dark Knight, Ninja, stuff like that. And that's because you unlock them at like level 30. And then you unlock a couple of others, like Red Mage at level 6 or 50, I think. Probably leather wristbands. You still have more for us? So you need an adventurer to cull the growing Anole population as well as gather some scaleskin eggs. Scalekin eggs. Hesitate to make such a dangerous request, but would you assist us with thinning the numbers of Anoles on Naked Rock? In our efforts to commune with the elementals, we conjurers often find ourselves in the area. Of late, however, our mediations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked Anole attacks. Truly, the beasts have grown more aggressive by the day. Yep, okay. I kinda get the deal. Go and take care of some Anoles. Even like some of the main quests, I really don't feel the need to completely read out, just because, you know, in the long run, a good portion of them aren't important to the overall story. Now, that one cutscene we saw in the last episode, yeah, that's kind of very important to the big picture here, and as is, you know, becoming an adventurer just starting out. Can I get up these rocks? Yeah, I am the vertically challenged Lancer, aren't I? That's going to be an interesting trait. These boys are level 9. Finally a challenge. Big ol' lizard boys. Have we fought these before? I have to keep thinking to myself, hey, you're allowed to move while you attack. Use it. Just get one last true thrust to get the bonus on the next enemy. So how many do we have to fight? 6? Good lord. And Anole eggs, I'm assuming, is like a rare item? A rare drop for them? Maybe. Or do I like find them on the... Oh no, I find them on the ground. You can see them over here. Alright, they're all like rushing at it too. Where are they going? Are they aggroed? Huh, it's not often you see enemies running around like that. Okay, so I guess we do need to find the eggs. They're probably up on this hill, aren't they? What are they doing? Did they go into the cave? That's not really a cave, is it? They just kind of disappeared. Alright, well, I did see one. There's one. Cool. Oh yeah, sometimes they like putting the things you need to interact with at the very edge of the circle. And there have been so many times that, like, even on the map, as I look at it, the items I need to pick up aren't even in the circle. So that happens quite often. Just look everywhere is what I'd say. Don't pay attention too much to the circle, but obviously you should still be able to see it on your mini-map at the very least. Is the other one going to be like around here? Sure enough. Now I just need to find more Anoles. Luckily they're shown off on the mini-map, so pretty easy deal. They're all down here. I love how the Y button is jump. There's a certain satisfaction with the top button being the jump button, I guess, is my only thing. And go ahead and knock out the rest of the Anole. You're still alive? Well, get out of here. At least they're easy to avoid. Oh, I'm not close enough. I'm not targeted. That happens a lot when you play on a controller, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, we're still fine on HP. Oh god. God, I say. This guy's on us. Oh, so if you use a different ability, it cancels your chain. Like your ability combination. Also, we got an achievement to crush your enemies. I don't know what that means. Probably just for defeating a certain amount of enemies. And then one more. Now here's one thing. I I can't target him from far away, so we're probably going to get in a fight with both of these boys. Once again, something I miss from being a ranged attacker. Oh, don't aggro, please. Can avoid that all I can, and I'm out. That's it, right? Back to Cabinet's Bower. Oh, that's a far fall. 110. Ooh. Ouch. Just gonna not wait for that, just in case we aggro something. Like, it's just a 2-minute wait. That's nothing. Like, we could have used it 10 times in this video at this point. Alright, what's up? Pauline. That's such a not elven name. You're a human, aren't you? No, you're an elf. You returned. Now my brothers and sisters continue their meditations disturbed. Or meditations. Yeah, my thanks. As for those eggs, may I ask you to deliver them to blah 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 at the Bannock? Anole eggs are both large and filled with nutrients. Gotcha. Then we will, and that'll be the end of this quest. Hopefully it'll allow us to go back to Gridania soon. I'm not really sure how quickly we're completing these main quests. I'm not sure if we're getting close to the point where it's going to want us to explore out a little farther. Because once again, I've never really tackled this line of quests, because it's only for people who spawn in Gridania, which I have not done before. It'd be nice for me to start like a third character, I guess, and just discover the beginning. Oh my god. You're kidding me. Look at this big boy. No, that's not who I wanted. Oh my god. Yo. Look at that big boy. Look at that big... Oh, I've never wanted to mount any more than I have right now. Look, he holds a little cabbage to lead it. Oh my god. I'm so happy. Like, see what I mean when I say everyone's so nice here? He waved at us. Like, no one's, like, ever been mean to me on this, which is what I mean when I say people are nice. Here's your eggs, bro. These are Anole eggs. The troops will be glad indeed to have these at the table. And you say here Pauline sent you on this errand? I hear the Anoles are more numerous than ever, yet you appear to have managed the task with your skin intact. Your skill and bravery continue to amaze me, Sal. Thank you. So we got eye drops, which is a, cures blindness, but I think it's also a crafting item. Yeah, I'm not too hot about these items. I'm just going to take the money. And I can now take on the next class quest because we reached level 10. And we got heavy thrust. I need to check that again. Wasn't it a power of like 200? 150 and 190 when you do it from behind. Okay. And it increases all damage dealt by 10%. Oh! I wonder if that's only when you attack from behind that you get that extra effect. Anyway, that's definitely the attack we want to start off fights with. Thank the gods you've come. We have a potential crisis on our hands, and I would appreciate your assistance. Will you hear me out? Would entrust you with the task of investigating Spirit Hold. I think this is a dungeon. Guys. Listen well, for we haven't much time. To the southeast of here lies a dungeon. Yes, we finally get to do a dungeon. I'm so excited. And y'all will understand why soon. It was all but destroyed during the calamity. Desiring to offer the ruins back to the forest, a hero ventured inside to carry out the rite of returning. Alas, it would seem something has gone awry. Word arrived just moments ago that the hero and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. Aye, you heard me true. A shadow. On any other day, I would dispatch my best quivermen to provide support, but I sent them to repel an XIV incursion at the West Shroud nary a bell ago. The timing of these events cannot be more coincidence. I fear that Exile somehow caught winds of our plans, and are attempting to disrupt the rite in an effort to weaken the bond between man and elemental. Okay, so they're smart. They must not be allowed to succeed, and so I bid you to go to Spirit Hold and do whatever is necessary to resolve the situation. Please, say you will help us. Well, yeah. I knew you would not let me down. You will have all the support I can muster. Now we're racing against time, so you better make haste. Cool. Yes. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So this is going to be our first dungeon. All right, where is this? Yeah, boom. Now, here's the thing. I kind of want to go back to Gridania because I believe that now at level 10, we're able to do basically what's a dungeon tutorial, and that's how we're going to get that really good gear that I was talking about. I kind of want to do that before we actually go into the dungeon, and this will also give me a chance to explain how dungeons really work. Basically, you're with a party of 4, and 2 DPS, 1 tank, 1 healer. Very different from like the 24-man raids that you do end game that I know nothing about, so not sure why I should even mention that. So I believe... actually, it looks like the roost is not showing that we're good for that. I'm going the wrong way as well. Get that sprint on. I want to check it regardless, because I could have sworn you could do it at level 10. Maybe it's 15 that they let you do it, which is weird that they would let me do a dungeon mission before it actually lets me do the thing. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do the tutorial. Okay, well, in that case, I'm just gonna, before we go to this dungeon, I'm going to finish our class quest, and then we'll go to that dungeon for sure. Because I definitely, oh, it's so fun. It's so fun, guys. Go to the Aethernet of the Lancers Guild. Alrighty. And this is actually the middle of a mission, so this isn't going to finish it. This is one of many tasks, it would appear. Yo, sup. Welcome back, Sal, and well done. I trust you now understand that in times of direst need, no amount of strength or skill with a spear will avail the Lancer who lacks composure. You're now ready to learn the second aspect of a Lancer's courage, resolve. When faced with a terrible foe, a Lancer may succumb to fear and self-doubt. Should this happen, he will become defensive, and in seeking to cover his weakness, surrender his greatest strength, namely his capacity to attack. A Lancer who fears to attack is not but a man holding a pole. His spear may as well be a broomstick for all the good it will do him, and will never be a shield. That you may learn the truth of my words firsthand, I bid you to go to the Central Shroud, an area adjoining the abandoned dungeon known as Spirit Holt. That's where we need to go. Since the Calamity, that neck of the 12s would have become a veritable menagerie of fearsome fauna. There you will find 3 collapsed pillars, which have become haunt for fell creatures. You are to put them down. What manner of fiends can you expect to encounter? Ha! To reveal that would be to defeat the purpose of the lesson, my dear Lancer. My young Lancer. I will say only this. If you face the foes with a Lancer's resolve, you will surely emerge the victor. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Well, that's convenient that it wants us to go right by where we need to go. So that's going to be... It's going to be in Central Shroud. Cool. Good stuff. In that case, we might as well take it on the way there. Since I really do want to do the dungeon. I'm not sure how long it'll take. Here's another worry. I'm a DPS, okay? Remember when I said we need 2 DPS, 1 tank, and 1 healer? Well, DPS is the most abundant class in the game. Or the most abundant role in the game, not class. And so, as such, we're gonna have a long time to wait for these dungeons. Not too long, it's like 10 minutes, which isn't terrible, considering you can still play the game while you're waiting. It's not like Overwatch where you just literally have to chill while you're queued. But, it's a wait nonetheless, so hopefully we'll be able to deal with that okayly. Ooh, that's not even close. That's Bent Branch Meadows. And we need to go over there. Wait, hold on. Why do we have 2 different things? Oh, that's the leave quests, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's not. That's where the heart is. Okay. Well, that's important to take on. Yeah, guess we'll just go straight to the Spirit Hold then. I mean, I can go to town and do that. I guess I could have teleported since it's a favored location. But since we're already walking, I as well enjoy the nighttime scenery. I'm really disappointed in the sky of this game because I feel, well, you know what? It's really pretty from here. Maybe there's some areas that are really nice. This boy is really doing that? I don't think he is. I don't think he knows what he's messing with. I don't think I know how to get up from here. I can get up that. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. So the blue missions you get won't just be from guild quests, and this is a great time to show that off. I believe we're gonna have another mission right here, which is pretty important. Oh, that's right. Okay. So I guess I should read this. Basically, I've already skipped so much, it's not gonna make any sense. So she wants us to go check out this area of real estate. It's called the Lavender Beds, and basically this is where adventurers can buy real estate. Mind you, it's a lot of money, and this is definitely not something you want to pursue until the end game. But if you were to save money, that would be the reason you want to save up money. There's other ways of grinding up money in the game other than quests. So you'd probably want to check those out. But yeah, basically they cost like millions and millions of gil. And we're not going to have any way. She wants us to check it out and see if it's really only for adventurers or if a nice farms folk woman like her could buy something there. Spoiler, she cannot. Anyway, we're right around the dungeon here. This is not a dungeon I've actually done before. And there's a fate nearby. It's right over there, and it doesn't look like there's going to be anything. I'm not going to mess with the collapsed pillars right now, because we might as well actually... Where do we want to be? Up here? Yeah, I might as well talk with the entrance of the dungeon first. Who goes there? An adventurer, is it? Here at the Instructor Galfred's request, you say. Thank the matron. Doubtless you already know this, but a towering shadow manifested without warning and attacked the hero in the midst of the rite. Most of his party has been successfully evacuated, but 5 remain unaccounted for. Please find them and see out of harm's way. And then... Oh my goodness, hold on. What? Do you see how many there are here? This isn't an actual dungeon, is it? It's not. Okay, that's interesting. So that should increase our power. And then we can get some good combos off. I think I got him from behind there. Ooh, yeah. So we need to save all these people. Okay, it's not an actual dungeon. I'm a sad boy. Yeah, you get out of here. That kind of sucks. So the goals aren't actually knocking every monster out. It's getting all these guys out. Wow, that's a lot. Hoo boy, that's a lot. Also, there's a fate at the end of this, which interests me. I doubt anyone else is going to be there, though, is the sad part. Is he going to see me? No. Pop. Got him. You thought. With that big damage. How long... Okay, it shows how long I have my boost up there at the top. So that's good. So I don't actually have to use it here again. I mean, I guess it's 190 from behind, which I can't really get if I have aggro. So whatever. It's just like, now I actually have to do a little bit of combo. He casts slow on me, and that's so rude. And I'm not gonna get any encounters until he interrupted me. Until it wore off, but I guess not. Whatever, I'll just fight. Who cares? Get that extra damage. I'm having trouble getting behind them whenever I fight. It's hard. I said I'd try not to mash whenever I was fighting. Sometimes it just happens. Alright, now you can get up. Are these all conjurers? Yeah, get out of here, boyo. Looks like there's only one more. Maybe I can get you without him noticing? Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So I don't even have to fight the big boss, right? I do. Alright, well, let's get a boost off of this. Get this guy out of the way first. Wait, if I attack from behind, does that not give me a cooldown? Looks like it does. Okay, never mind. So... Injured healer. He's right here. Okay, this is going to be a boss battle. Alright, where's this Fate boss at? Is there anyone else doing it? Because I'd be interested in fighting it if someone else was. Nope, he's just kind of chilling out there, and a level 9 boss is not to be trifled with. So we're gonna chill on that. Yo sup. Let's do it. We're probably not gonna have a good time on this, but willing to try it anyway. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Well, let's do it. This is interesting, because this is the same boss that I fought in the Ul'dah beginning. Interesting. Get behind him, good, that good heavy thrust. Yeah, I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to avoid attacks here. It seems like I'm just going to be taking them for the most part. But we do have our healing ability, and he doesn't seem to be doing too much to me, and I think it's because I have that good big defense for being a warrior class instead of a mage. Ooh, I'm behind him. I could get that good. Ugh. Definitely wasn't behind him. 28 though, crit. Yeah, he's doing absolutely no damage to me, so this is actually kind of pitiful. On his side, at least. That does 2 hits. Oh my goodness. I don't think I got out in time. No, I did. Cool. Barely. Huh. See, as a mage, even though I was higher leveled when I fought the golem, as a black mage, I'm not even gonna say it's a thaumaturge, but you know, I took a lot more damage from each hit, like at least 15, I think. So this is such a staggering difference in between like being a mage and having defense and being a warrior class and having a defense. Interesting. Well, there you go. That was simple, to be fair. That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Okay. Well, he's gone. He's the one that made the golem too, so that's scary. Cool. Well, since that isn't an actual dungeon, I guess we'll... Oh, really, Fate joined? You think I'm gonna do that? You really do? Oh, hey, it's you two again. Damnation, he has eluded us yet again. Oh, fancy meeting you here. How are things? Well, fought a golem. That was fun. Whoever are you? Shh, more birds. This makes us how many times today? 7? Their movements are beyond our fathoming. Do you think maybe they're trying to summon their primal? I hope not, for all our sakes, yet we must be prepared for the worst. Guess I should be giving him a British accent. Withered. The same fate has befallen Emerald Moss. It is as we feared. Dalamud's anomaly is affecting life in the Twelves Wood. You mean the disturbance in the etheric flow? The very same. The Garleans have a lot to answer for. The imbalance they created is plunging the land into chaos, just as forewarned. It's no wonder the primals have started appearing. Time is against us, but there's still hope for this land. We must hold fast to that hope and fight to the very last. Agreed. What? Ugh, stupid things. Those stupid things happen to be the very latest in Charlayan innovation. Show some respect. But they're so uncomfortable and ugly. If you ask me, they're an improvement over that mask of yours. It's hard to believe it's already been 5 whole years, isn't it? Already? 5 years is but a heartbeat in the life of the planet. I suppose you're right. Now I think about it, the 12's wood barely recovered at all, and the Gridanians still have the same old problems. Aye, along with some new ones, just in case the Ixal and Garuda weren't troublesome enough. The Sylphs had to go and invite Ramuh, didn't they? Did you ever think those adventurers who fought alongside us? I do. And then 5 years seems like ages. Wonder what became of them. Ah. Ida, look. Hmm? Golly, and this is what exactly? Yet another disturbance in the aether, and freshly manifested at that. It seems to be emanating from a lifemen stump. We must hurry. Okay, so that's a peek into the past, if you couldn't catch that.